You're listening to the Dibbly-Dobbly podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Let's move on to our next topic, Mark, and let's talk about strategies to deal with our own mental health. There are so many strategies out there, Mark, to help us with our own mental health on a daily basis, but often people get confused about which strategies to choose and implement to help them with their mental health. There's so many out there. People just get overwhelmed. So, Mark, what are some strategies could we use to help us with our mental health?
Yeah, you're right. There is a lot there, and that can be overwhelming for people trying to pick a method that might work for them. So I think that knowledge is important to start with, that there is lots of things out there and something will work for you, rather than thinking there's too much to pick from, knowing that however long it takes, there will be something that just clicks for everyone. So I think from my perspective, one of the things that has made such a big difference to myself and many others is having the ability to be able to just be more, we hear this a lot, but be more present and be able to live more in what's happening at an individual moment, because then you remove the ideas of things that have gone on in the past or in the future which you can't change in that moment, and just doing what you can, one thing at a time. So mindfulness and meditation are really good routes to doing this, and I think that's probably the one thing I would advocate. It's not for everyone, of course, because nothing is for everyone. But if by trying it, someone realizes it isn't quite for them, then they're a step closer to what might be. But as happens with many people, they find that there's something really powerful in it, then it's of benefit to them. And meditation and mindfulness isn't about what the preconceptions might be about the sort of Far Eastern practice where you have to have this religious devotion to it, you need to sit in a certain way. Just quite simply is narrowing your concentration to one thing at a time in that formal practice, but also day to day when you're going for a walk in the park, just consciously thinking about what you can hear, switching on that sense, or just really deliberately scanning a room for what you can see and just taking yourself into that moment. I always find it really hard to explain because it's so personal and experience, but if anyone can check out things like Smiling Mind or Headspace, they guide people through everything. And for the sake of 5 or 10 minutes a day, that can be something you can tick off, knowing that that's been an attempt at improving your mental fitness.
Yeah. Yeah. When people often, as you mentioned with meditation, often they have that stigma about, hippies and, that sort of thing. I don't really want to do that. But I've done some meditation myself, and it's quite powerful when you practice it and get used to it. Then it can be a very useful tool to use to deal with your own mental health, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's just about being curious and saying, I'll give this a go. I won't think about what it could be. I will just give it a go and see what it is for me. And if you genuinely throw yourself into it, I think a lot of people will be pleasantly surprised by what it can do for them. Or if it doesn't just sit right for them, good on you for trying. And what's next on the list that could work for you?
Yeah. And as you said, it's just being curious. Just try different things. And if they work for you, do them. If they don't, at least you tried, but it's probably not for you. So there's many strategies out there that you can use. And many organizations have ways of dealing with your own mental health, as we mentioned before, with the resources. And those organizations, they have ways and strategies you can implement into your daily life to control your mental health. Isn't that right, Mark?
That's it. Yeah. And it's all about making it something which isn't a huge addition to your regular day-to-day, just something that can be there as a small thing which you've got there, which is making a positive difference.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. If this discussion on mental health has raised any questions about your mental health and well-being, please seek help from the various organisations in your country. If you live in Australia or the UK, please check out the links in the description.